Hello everyone, as you guys have seen the Hello everyone, as you guys have seen the question, me and my group members have decided to choose Malaysia for this group assignment project. And the reason why we choose Malaysia are because we are proud to be Malaysian. And some more details about the reason will be explained later, but before that, let me shortly brief you about Malaysia. Malaysia, a country located in Southeast Asia, is a home to diverse population that includes Malay, Chinese, Indian, and tribal groups such as Iban, Kadazan, and many more, all of which add unique cultural elements to the nation's identity. The language, food, custom, and business practice of Malaysian society are just a few examples of how these cultures have blended together. And now, let's move to the rationale for choosing Malaysia. The first rationale is cultural diversity. Malaysia serves as an ideal case study for understanding cross-cultural dynamics due to its multicultural landscape. The interplay of different ethnic and religions within Malaysian society creates a dynamic environment where individuals navigate diverse cultural norms and communication styles on a daily basis. Exploring how these cultural factors influence business interaction provides invaluable insight for international professionals seeking to engage with Malaysian counterparts. And the second one is strategic business hub. Malaysia's strategic geographical location in the heart of Southeast Asia positions it as a key player in the global economy. The country serves as a vital hub for trade and investment, attracting multinational cooperation across various industries such as electronic, manufacturing, oil and gas, and finance. As a business increasingly look to expand their presence in the Asia-Pacific region, understanding Malaysian business landscape and cultural nuances become imperative for successful market entry and sustained growth. For the last one, emerging market potential. With its robust economic growth, supportive government policies, and infrastructure development initiatives, Malaysia presents abundant opportunities for international business ventures. The country transition towards a knowledge-based economy and its emphasis to innovation and technology further enhance its attractiveness as a destination for investment and collaboration. By examining cross-cultural communication and negotiation in the context of Malaysia, stakeholders gain valuable insight into using the potential of this emerging market while navigating cultural complexities.
Okay, so let's go to negotiating tips and process. So negotiating in Malaysia requires more than just business acumen. It demands a deep understanding of the cultural nuances and social values that underpin Malaysia business interaction. We will explore the intricacies of negotiation in Malaysia, offering insight into the process and tips for effective communication in this unique cultural context. At the heart of Malaysian business culture lies a profound emphasis on relationship. Unlike some Western culture where negotiation may begin with business methods straight away, Malaysian prioritizes the establishment of trust and rapport before diving into the intricacies of deals. This emphasis on relationship building underscores the importance of investing time in getting to know one's counterpart on personal level. Socializing outside of formal business setting, whether over meals or during cultural events, provide valuable opportunity for fostering connection and building mutual respect. Respect is another cornerstone of Malaysian business ethics. In a society where hierarchical structures are deeply ingrained, showing deference to authority and seniority is paramount. Addressing individuals by their titles and using formal language, especially when interacting with senior members of organizations, demonstrate respect and reinforce the hierarchical order. Furthermore, decision-making process often involve multiple layers of hierarchy, necessitating patience and diplomacy throughout the negotiation process. Preparation is key to successful negotiation in Malaysia. Throughout research into the background of one counterpart, their companies and their industry at large demonstrate a commitment to understanding and respect. Armed with this knowledge, negotiators can tailor their approach and proposal to align with the preference and priorities of their Malaysian counterparts. Clarity of objective along with a firm understanding of fallback position provide a negotiator with the confidence and flexibility needed to navigate the complexity of the negotiation process. Central to effective negotiation in Malaysia is an appreciation for indirect communication. Malaysians often employ a diplomatic and tactful communication style, particularly when broaching sensitive topics or navigating disagreement. This indirect approach underscores the importance of subtle and nuances in communication, as well as the need to read between lines to discern underlying sentiment and preference. While negotiation may involve bargaining and compromise, the overarching goal should always be to cultivate long-term relationship in Malaysian business, culture value, partnership built on trust, mutual respect, and shared goals. Negotiators should therefore focus on finding win-win solution that contributes to the sustainability and growth of the relationship over time. This emphasis on a long-term collaboration underscores the importance of fostering goodwill and maintaining open line of communication throughout the negotiation process. In practical terms, the negotiation process in Malaysia typically follow a structured yet flexible framework. Beginning with a polite greeting and small talk to establish rapport, negotiator then proceed to clarify the agenda and objectives of the meeting. Information exchange form the crux of negotiation, with both parties presenting their proposal and listening actively to each other's perspective. Bargaining may ensure with negotiator seeking to find common ground and reach mutual beneficial agreement. Finally, the negotiation concludes with a summary of key points and agreement reached along with expression of gratitude and definition of next step to or follow-up action. Non-verbal communication also play a significant role in Malaysian negotiation. Paying attention to cues such as facial expression, tone of voice, and body language can provide valuable insight into the thought and feelings of one counterpart. Maintaining eye contact and demonstrating actively listening are essential components of respectful communication. As in awareness of cultural nuances surrounding silence and nodding. For those unfamiliar with the intricacies of Malaysian business culture, seeking local guidance can provide invaluable. Working with a local partner or consultant who possess a deep understanding of Malaysian customs and practice can provide invaluable insight and guidance throughout the negotiation process. So that is all for negotiation process tips. Okay, so next one is bargaining. Bargaining in Malaysia is not merely a transaction exchange. It is a reflection of deeply ingrained cultural values, social dynamics, and economic consideration. Understanding the nuances of bargaining behavior in Malaysia is essential for both local and visitor alike, as it shapes interaction in diverse settings, from bustling market to formal business negotiation. We will dive into the cultural, social, and economic factors that influence bargaining behavior in Malaysia, along with the practical negotiation strategy for navigating this dynamic effectively. So for the first one is cultural influence. At the core of bargaining behavior in Malaysia are cultural norms that prioritize politeness, respect, and face saving. Malaysian approach negotiation with a courteous and respectful demeanor, even when handling over price, direct confrontation, or aggressively tactics are generally frowned upon, as they may cause loss of face for both parties involved. Instead, bargaining often involves subtle cues, non-verbal communication, and emphasis on maintaining harmony throughout the negotiation process. Indirect communication is another hallmark of bargaining behavior in Malaysia. Rather than stating their desire, price outright, negotiator may use hint, gesture, or non-verbal cues to convey their preference. This indirect approach allows for flexibility and safe face, enabling both parties to reach mutually acceptable terms without causing embarrassment or offense. The second one is social factor. Social relationships play a significant role in bargaining behavior in Malaysia. Trust and rapport are crucial, particularly in informal settings such as market or bazaar. Vendor may offer better deals or discount to customers they have a relationship with, or those who are perceived as respectful and trustworthy. Furthermore, bargaining in groups is common with family members or friends, providing support and influencing decisions throughout collective bargaining strategy. So the third one is economic consideration. Economic factors also shape bargaining behavior in Malaysia, with price sensitivity and perceived value driving negotiation. Malaysia are generally price sensitive consumers who seek to secure the best possible deal, especially in market and informal retail setting. Bargaining is seen as a way to obtain value for money and is expected in many transactions, particularly for goods and services where prices are negotiable. Perceived value are also influence bargaining behavior, with consumers more likely to negotiate for items they perceive or as overpriced, or when they believe they can obtain a better deal as well. Understanding the market value of good or service is crucial for both buyers and seller, as it provides a basis for negotiation and help prevent overpaying or underselling. So the fourth one is negotiation strategy. Effective bargaining in Malaysia require a blend of cultural sensitivity, social awareness, and economic acumen. Here are some particular negotiation strategies for navigating bargaining in a dynamic in Malaysia. So the first one, start with respect. Initiate negotiation with a friendly smile and respectful demeanor to create a positive atmosphere and build rapport with other parties. Use indirect language instead of making blunt demands. Use indirect language, gesture, and non-verbal cues to convey your preference and desired price. Second one is be patient and polite. Maintain a patient and polite demeanor throughout the negotiation process, even if discussion become protected or challenging. The third one is know the market. Research typical price for good or service beforehand to establish a baseline for negotiation and ensure you are getting a fair deal. Last one is consider the relationship. If bargaining in requiring transaction or with someone you wish to maintain relationship with balance or sensitiveness, be sensitive to preserve the relationship and foster trust. Sometimes the best negotiating technique is to be prepared to walk away if the terms are not favorable. This can demonstrate resolve and may prompt the other party to reconsider their offer. In conclusion, bargaining behavior in Malaysia is deeply rooted in cultural norms, social dynamic, and economic consideration. By understanding this factor and employing effective negotiation strategy, individuals can navigate bargaining situations successfully while respecting cultural sensitive, building relationship, and obtaining value for money. Whether handling overpriced in bustling market or negotiating business deal in a boardroom, the principle of respect, tax, and mutual benefit remain essential pillars of bargaining behavior in Malaysia. So that's all for.
So hello guys, my name is Muhammad Danish and my part is decision making in Malaysia. So decision making in business is deeply influenced by the country culture, social and organizational norms. The Malaysian approach to decision making can be characterized by a combination of both centralized and decentralized elements, shaped by traditional values and modern business practices. Let's go to the first one, centralized decision making. For the first one, we have hierarchical structure. Malaysian business often follow a hierarchical structure reflecting to the broader society respect for authority and seniority. Decisions in many traditional companies, especially family-owned business, tend to be centralized at the top of management. While this approach can enhance control and efficiency, it also requires international partners to understand and respect the hierarchical dynamics to navigate the Malaysian business environment successfully. And the next one, for the centralized decision-making in Malaysia, respect for authority. In line with culture norms, there is a high degree of deference to leaders and senior managers. These leaders are expected to make the final decision and their authority is rarely questioned. Respect for authority is a fundamental aspect of Malaysian business culture. It shapes organizational structure, decision-making process, and employee behavior. Understanding and adhering to these culture norms is crucial for anyone looking to engage successfully with Malaysian businesses. This respect ensures that leaders can make and implement decisions effectively, maintaining the stability and harmony within the organization. The last one is risk aversion. Malaysian business culture tends to be a risk-averse. Higher level managers and executives are often involved in decision-making processes to ensure that risks are minimized and decisions are carefully considered. This conservative stance supports stability and long-term sustainability, reflecting to broader culture values of harmony and respect for authority by balancing risk aversion with structured innovation and collaborative decision-making. Malaysian business can navigate the challenge of modern markets while maintaining the cautious approach. So, that's all we have for centralized decision making in Malaysia, which is the first one is the hierarchical structure, and the second one is respect for authority, and the last one is risk aversion. So, let's go to the decentralized decision making in Malaysian business culture. The first one, we have modern business practice. In more contemporary and multinational companies operating in Malaysia, there is a trend toward incorporating more decentralized decision-making process. This company may adopt Western-style management practice that delegate more decision-making power to lower level of organization. This trend reflects a broader move towards more flexible, responsive, and innovative business practice. By blending Western management practice with an understanding of local culture nuance, this company can enhance their operational efficiency and better meet the demands of the Malaysian market. The next one, we have team collaboration. Younger generation and professionals with international exposure tends to favor collaborative approach. This involves forming committees or teams to discuss and deliberate before making decisions. Organizations can harness the collective intelligence and creativity of their workforce. This approach not only improves decision quality and foster innovative, but also enhance employee engagement and stratification. However, successfully implementation requires carefully coordination, effectively conflict resolution, and balance between deliberation and action. Ultimately, embracing collaboration positions organizations to thrive in a dynamic and interconnected global business environment. Lastly, we have multicultural workforce. Malaysian multicultural society with significant Malay, Chinese, and Indian population promotes a more inclusive approach to decision making. This diversity can lead to more collaborative and decentralized practice, particularly in multinational cooperation and joint venture. By leveraging the unique perspective and insight of a diverse workforce, organizations can drive innovative, improve market understanding, and enhance overall performance. However, to fully realize this benefit, companies must address the challenge of cultural sensitivity, communication, and equitability management. Embracing a multicultural workforce not only fosters a more dynamic and innovative organizational culture, but also position company for greater success in global marketplace. So, in summary, Malaysian decision making in businesses is influenced by both centralized and decentralized decision making.
I am Mohamed Maiskandar. So today I will talk about the communication style. So as we all know, effective communication is crucial in any business setting, and understanding the communication style of different culture is vital to successful negotiation outcome in Malaysia. So in Malaysia, which is basically a multicultural society with a mix of Malay, Chinese, and Indian, influence communication style can vary greatly. So in this presentation, I will examine the verbal and non-verbal cues that are commonly used in Malaysian communication and how they impact the negotiation outcome. So firstly, I'm going to talk about verbal communication style. So Malaysian generally is very value clear and direct in communication, but they also tend to be polite and avoid direct confrontation. In verbal communication, Malaysia, for example, use formal title and honorific when addressing people older than them. Secondly, they avoid direct question or statement that may be perceived as rude or confrontational. So they use phrases like "if you don't mind" or "please" to soften their tone, to emphasize relationship and building trust before getting into the topic of negotiation. Next, we going to look at the non-verbal communication style. So non-verbal cue play a significant role in Malaysian communication, conveying emotion and intention in this non-verbal communication style. In Malaysia, non-verbal cues such as, firstly, eye contact. So eye contact is basically like direct eye contact is considered to be respectful, but excessive eye contact may be seen as aggressive. Next is body language. Keeping a distance or using open gesture is considered friendly and approachable. Next is a handshake. So a firm handshake is considered a sign of respect and hospitality. Next is facial expression. Smiling is a common way to show friendliness and hospitality. And next, we are going to look at the impact of this communication style on the negotiation outcome. Malaysian communication style can have a significant impact on negotiation outcome. For example, when negotiating with Malaysian, it is essential to build trust and establish relationship before getting into the detail of the negotiation. Be prepared. They also need to be prepared to listen carefully and actively, and respond thoughtfully to avoid misunderstanding. Avoid direct confrontational language such as or high tone when talking. Talking loudly, as it may be perceived as rude or aggressive. Using non-verbal communication cues like nodding and smiling to show engagement and interest is very important in Malaysian communication style. So the counterpart need to always engage in this non-verbal communication style. So in conclusion, understanding Malaysian communication style is crucial. By being aware of verbal and non-verbal cue, negotiator can adapt their communication style to build trust and rapport with Malaysian counterparts. By doing so, they can increase the likelihood of achieving a mutually beneficial outcome of negotiation between both parties. That's all from me. Thank you.
For the next part is conflict management. Conflict management is a critical skill in both personal and professional setting. Okay, let's dive into some strategy and style for managing conflict considering the culture context of Malaysia. What is conflict management? Conflict management refers to the way we handle the disagreement. Whether it's despite with a colleague, family member or friend, conflict can arise due to various reasons, including, for the first one is personal value, real or perceived difference in value, belief and principle can lead to conflict. The second one is perception, how we perceive situation and interpret action can impact conflict. For the third one is conflicting goals, when individual or group have different objectives, conflict may arise. For the fourth, power dynamic, unequal power distribution can contribute to the disagreement. For the five, communication style, misunderstanding due to communication difference can lead to conflict. Okay, conflict management style.
people tend to default to what feels comfortable when dealing with conflict. According to management expert Ken Thomas and Ralph Gilman, there are 5 conflict management styles. For the first one is accommodating, high in cooperation but low in assertiveness. In this style, you prioritize the other party needs and desire over your own. Useful for trivial conflict where maintaining relationship is more important than being right. For the second one is avoiding, low in both assertiveness and cooperativeness. You try to dodge or bypass the conflict altogether. Avoidance is generally unproductive because it may leave the other party feeling uncared for. For the third one is competing, high in assertiveness but low in cooperation. You assert your own needs and goals without considering the other party's perspective. Useful when quick decisions are necessary or when you have a strong position. For the fourth one is collaborating, high in both assertiveness and cooperativeness. In this style, you will actively seek win-win solution by addressing everyone's needs, effective for complex or long-term conflict. For the last one is compromising, moderate in both assertiveness and cooperativeness. You find middle ground by making conscious progress. Useful when maintaining relationship is important, but a complete win-win solution is not feasible. So, culture context in conflict resolution Malaysia, with its rich culture diversity, present unique challenge in conflict management. Here are some considerations. For the first one is stereotype and culture differences. Culture conflict often arise due to stereotype and assumption. People from different backgrounds may have varying communication style, norm and values. Overcoming this barrier requires open-mindedness and culture sensitivity. For the second one is effective communication. Ensure need-based communication during conflict. Understand culture nuances in communication style. For example, direct versus indirect communication. Workplace culture plays a significant role in shaping conflict resolution approach. For the third one is cause of conflict. Recognize that unresolved conflict that have financial, time, experiential and relationship costs. Address conflict promptly to minimize negative impact. Remember that effective conflict management involves adapting your approach based on the situation, culture context and desired outcomes. By understanding different styles and considering culture factors, you can navigate conflict more successfully. So that's all for me. So we go to next part.
For the conclusion, understanding the cultural nuances of Malaysia is essential for successful cross-cultural negotiation. Building strong personal relationships, respecting cultural norms and effective communication are key to negotiation success in Malaysia. The insight gained from studying cross-cultural management in Malaysia can be applied broadly in international business contexts to navigate diverse cultural landscape effectively. Since decision-making style in Malaysia often involve building consensus and maintaining harmony within a group. Other than that, communication in Malaysia is group-oriented, emphasizing respect, trust and maintaining harmony, while verbal and non-verbal cues play a significant role in negotiation outcomes. Last but not least, by incorporating an understanding of cultural differences, communication styles, decision-making progress and conflict resolution approach into your cross-cultural management strategies, you can enhance your negotiation skills and foster successful business relationship in multicultural setting. Also, you have to remember that effective cross-cultural management requires flexibility, adaptability and a willingness to learn about and respect different cultural norms and values. So, by understanding and applying this insight, negotiators can navigate the complexities of cross-cultural management and achieve successful outcomes in international business contexts. And I think that's all from our group. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.